everybody, it's Dandruff with your news Cartridge for Friday, December 11th, 2015. Minecraft Story Mode Episode 4 is out next week, and now while I usually don't cover mods, there's a really cool video of a Star Wars Battlefront mod that's just gorgeous. It's in the description down below, it looks just like the movies. Also coming up on the show today, Valve is going to be improving their Steam controller. See what they're going to do to improve it on today's news Cartridge. The top story for today is that it only took Valve 3 days to change their new R8 revolver that was just added to CSGO Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Valve states that while it typically takes more time to generate enough data to drive an update, and gameplay updates are always a bit disruptive, in this case it's clear that we got the damage wrong and can respond immediately. Obviously, this still means that Valve is going to be updating the gun over time, but for now, the damage has been lowered and the reload time is a bit longer. This should make it more of a pistol and less of a one-hit kill hand cannon or golden gun. What do you think of the new balance to the R8 revolver? Leave your comment below. XCom 2 was announced earlier this year, is set to debut next year, and is going to be a PC exclusive. Well, if you had any questions about whether or not you could run it, you're probably in luck. The requirements for it are surprisingly low. For minimum, you'll need an Intel Core 2 Duo or an AMD Phenom Quad Core, 4 gigs of RAM, a 1 GB graphics card, specific GPUs are on the screen, 45 GB of disk space, and the usual DirectX 11 sounded video card and 64-bit operating system, which all in all is not that demanding of a system, and you could piece together for fairly cheap on the used market, probably into somewhere in the neighborhood of $200 to $300. And again, for the recommended, isn't too demanding either. A quad-core CPU, 8 GB of RAM, a 2 GB graphics card, again, specific card is out the screen, and then the same 45 gigabytes of disk space, and so on. If you have any questions about whether or not your system can handle it, then go ahead and leave your specs in the description, and I will personally let you know if you can run it. The quick spot for today is... oh no. Really? I'm covering this game? Yep, I'm covering this. This one's even too silly for me, folks. So Sony has started selling PlayStation 2 titles for the PlayStation 4, and do I really have to cover this? This is what my show has come to? There's way better games that they could be releasing, you know. Coming to PlayStation 4 is PaRappa The Rapper 2, the game where you play a dog rapping your way through levels in a pretty good rhythm game which has an annoyingly catchy soundtrack. So if you're one of the 6 people out there who like this game, it's probably a good day for you. You can pick it up for under $15. And now I'm gonna go try and forget that Onion Karate Guy's Punch Kick It's All in the Mind song. Finally for this week, Valve has outlined some of the improvements they're going to be making to their fairly recently released Steam controller. Thankfully, nothing physical. I'm hoping they don't change that for a long time because I don't want to regret my purchase here. And while I can't say that I've used it a lot, it's nice to see that they're going to be adding new things to something that I already own, and it gives me further reason to use it over my current favorite, the DualShock 4. To be fair though, I really don't use either controller very much, especially in a game where I have to do precision aiming like a first-person shooter. The mouse is way better for that. New functionality, something Valve calls mouse regions, will be added. It'll allow you to hold a button or one of the back paddles to force your mouse to a particular area of the screen so you can, say, move around a mini-map very quickly and then have your cursor jump back to the center of the screen in a flash. Also coming is a new configuration traveling, which will allow you to presumably save your configurations to the controller itself, so it doesn't matter which machine you plug your little dongle into, you can have your buttons ready to go. Also, non-Steam game controller support is coming, so if you have a non-Steam game, for instance the new Star Wars Battlefront, the community will still be able to share button configs for them as well. All of this sounds great, and there are no downsides as far as I can tell. So if you are interested in the Steam controller, and remember, it's a highly specialized controller. It is not it's not a typical controller at all. Do you have one? Do you want one? What do you think about it? Leave your comments below, and also click the link if you want to see a video on Steam controllers being made. It's really, really cool. And now we're at Monday's game releases for PC: Quantum Lock, Dragon Path, Ballroom, Gulf of Aden, Task Force Somalia, Dead Star, Avaris 2, The Return of Empress, and Star Nomad 2. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff. I will see you on Monday. And for dinner, I had 1 strawberry, 2 cherries, and a bunch of little yellow things. It was a packed lunch.